day! I'm Dr. T and welcome to my whiteboard. Today I'd like to talk about converting mass percents or percent mass per volume into molarity. And this is one of those areas which is actually pretty easy if you know the trick. And there's an interesting trick to working with percents. So let's think about calculating molarity just in general. If I wanted to calculate molarity, I would simply take the mass of the substance I have, divide it by its formula weight, and then divide that number, which would be my moles, by the volume in liters. Pretty straightforward, but percents aren't absolute amounts. They're ratios. So what we have to do is create an arbitrary absolute amount. Because molarity is also a ratio, we simply are converting ratios, but we got to use those arbitrary numbers simply to help us out. And the easiest one to pick is 100. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with my 5% sodium chloride. Now, instead of trying to write 5%, I'll never get 5% into my dimensional analysis. It's a unitless number. But what I can say is that 5% would be the same as 5 grams for every 100 milliliters. That I can use, so I do. Of course, I'm going to want liters, so I'm going to cancel out the milliliters and swap that into liters. Now, I'll take my 5 grams and turn this into moles. It would be wrong for me to say that I have however many moles or that I have a volume of 0.1 liters because I really only have a ratio. But if I take the ratio, I expand it into some arbitrary numbers and then recollapse it into its ratio, it works. So whenever you're working with percent, if you need to use it as a ratio but you don't have absolute numbers, the trick is you pretend you have 100. And thus, pretending I have 100, 5 over 100, convert that to what I need, bada boom, bada bang, I have my molarity. This can be done with other areas when working with percents. It does make life a little bit annoying with percents. It's one of the reasons we don't particularly like them, partially because we just love moles so much. But they're not that bad to work with once you have that trick. With that said, have a wonderful day.